briefly. I would like anyone who's willing to just jump in there and just share your story. Just introduce yourself. In 2 minutes, just a quick reflection, just who you are, where you're coming from, where would you want to be as far as this course is concerned, things like that. So feel free to just jump in there and share your story. So the floor is opened. The floor is open, guys. Just feel free to jump in there. Okay.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Is that
Yes,
Ebenezer?
yes, I'm Ebenezer
Oh,
in Team
okay.
Frimpong from Ghana. I just want to share briefly what my
All right.
experience has been.
All
Well,
right.
I
Thank
also
you.
attended Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, one of the best science and technology universities in Africa. And for me personally, the drive to pursue civil engineering was bordered on the lines of patriotism. Most of the time during our lecture times, you have some of the lecturers explaining to us the sacrifices they went through to build the nation to this point. And some of us caught the fire. And then along the line, just like you, I realized that I can't just keep fronting the construction work without having any basic design software. Then Civil 3D came to mind. So I spoke to a couple of my colleagues around, and someone actually recommended this session. And after I perused it, I felt, hey, this is the best opportunity for me to equip myself with the Civil 3D and better serve my country well. So I found myself here in pursuit of serving my nation to add on to my skill and make my country and the whole world a better place at large. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that was really good. Thank you so much for sharing. Anyone else? Anyone else? Just
Yes.
jump in there.
Hello.
Yes.
How are you? How are you? Continue, please. Continue.
Hi, this is Sumantu. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, someone too. You can proceed.
Okay, so hi, I'm Sumantu. I'm from Nepal, and currently I'm doing my postgraduate certificate in Canada. So, brief introduction about my career. I did my civil engineering from Nepal, and I was graduated in 2016. And so I first worked with a contractor back in Nepal, and then with all the site knowledge as a site engineer, I slowly realized I wanted to get into designing. So I joined this uh, company, Smart Tech Solution, and I was recommended for this course from one of my past colleague from Smart Tech Solution. And as I was looking into my career here in Canada, so I thought that Civil 3D is very much needed for me to get my career ahead. So yeah, that's how I got into this course. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Hi.
Sumantu. Hello, Preston.
Hi.
Sure thing.
Hello.
Yeah, okay. My name is Preston Eva from Liberia. Uh, 2023, I obtained my master's of technology in construction engineering management from the Kalinga Institute of Industrial Technology, Bhubaneswar, India. And prior to that, I worked in the construction field, specifically the road construction for 5 years, served as assistant surveyor, and also worked with Civil 3D at a rudimentary level. And I saw the translation of design to the construction site on the field, because as a surveyor, you have to understand, how the points are generated and how it is, it is prepared for design. So being that I was in that environment, I was so fascinated about, infrastructure design, especially highway, because I spent 5 years, consecutive working with road construction. So some of my colleagues from other countries, work with me. When I saw the work output, what they were doing from the office, we took that design, carried to site, and set it out. I saw the road coming alive. so enthusiastic about, transitioning out to become design engineer or going into geomatics for my master. But then the opportunity I have was only for construction. So I decided to do construction. And in fact, if you are a good designer, it is easy for you to become a good constructor because the construction engineer is responsible to translate the design intent to the site, to the actual ground. So I think that learning civil 3D was very important for me since I come from a rural background. So I decided to take online course on LinkedIn. I was able to complete that course called Basic Roadway Design. But I was not satisfied because there are a lot of some practicalities that those online courses don't provide. So I have some limitations, even though I work with some colleagues, they have given me some rudimentary knowledge. But I want to hone my understanding and the depth of my skills in Civil 3D so that I'll be able to deliver independently or semi-independently when it comes to road design. So that's why when I saw this course, I took up the opportunity. I even have some difficulty signing up because of the payment issue on seller. But fortunately for me, I found a way, and Road Hub guy James was very instrumental in helping me to sign up. So I'm very glad to be here, and I'm hopeful that we all can share ideas and we'll be able to grow and become expert and very confident in our work as civil engineers. And before I go, I forgot, I also have my bachelor's degree from my country, University of Liberia in civil engineering. So that is brief about me.
Preston, wow, thank you so much, man. That was wow. That was
I
impressive.
think
Anyway, Arthur, you can go. Yes, you can go, Arthur.
yes, I think I'm the unique one here. I don't have any background in civil engineering. I just graduated last year in December with mechatronics engineering degree from Chamogo University in Uganda. And I chose this course because I've been admitted to do a master's in transport and highway engineering. And I do believe that this course will greatly help me during my time of study in the master's degree. So it's a new venture for me, and I'm eager to learn new things. Thank you. Especially in the road design.
Ah, nice. Thank you so much, Arthur. Thank you so much. You're in the right place, by the way. You're in the right place. You did a very good thing by coming here. Anyway, for this moment, guys, I would like to nominate someone who's very cool that I would like for them to share something with us. Felix, are you in a position to say something? Are you in a position to speak with us? Felix Araka.
Yes, Baron. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, my friend. I'm doing well. Can you please just, I don't know, share something with us? Just share your journey with us. Would like to know how you got here.
Yeah, sure thing. Good evening, everyone. My name is Felix Araka. I am one of the team members at Roads Hub. And it is my pleasure to welcome every single one of you to the Roads Hub community. We are excited to have all of you on board as we start our 5-week journey, right? I know that each one of us has a set target on what they would like to achieve by the time the 5-week period elapses, right? We are all here because we realize that we need to do better for ourselves. That is the first step to progress. So, at Roads Hub, we don't just learn the software. We also get to form alliances where we share our ideas and better methods to achieve the end result. And I know in our midst, we sure have construction managers, right? We have surveyors, we have inspectors, we have master students, just as one of our participants has mentioned. And we also have engineers. Some, if not most of you, have already been exposed to other softwares or even other ways of coming up with designs and models with the Civil 3D. So we have a wide range or a wide pool of professionals amongst ourselves. This is the place to share those ideas and the methods without the fear of making any mistake. This is the right place where you are allowed to make all the mistakes and not to have, not to have to face any consequences, right? Our sessions, of course, are structured in such a manner that is very interactive, iterative, and not just between the instructor and participant, but also amongst yourselves. I know by now you know that Civil 3D is more than just a tool. It is a platform where you exercise your creativity, of course. Most other similar softwares in the industry have a very static approach to how you can approach your designs. But Civil 3D kind of grants you the freedom to dictate every single aspect of your design. And I think that's why our first speaker to speak did mention that he chose Civil 3D. Of course, you did some weighing of the softwares and chose the best tool you can start with. You know, Civil 3D kind of grants you the freedom to dictate every single aspect of your design. And along the way, of course, you're going to exercise that creativity. And of course, you're going to hear our lead designer, James, tell you guys to exercise the creativity and have your own colors, you know, your own styles, different set of bands, different set of intervals for your surface profiles, and so on. There's a ton of material for you guys to learn. So it's for a reason why we insist on that sort of creativity and uniqueness. So this is where you actually learn the software by doing it yourself, right? There are tons of templates and tutorials online, but it is until you do it yourself that you actually learn it. So at RoadSurvey, as mentioned, or as you're going to be seeing ahead, we have adopted an approach where you can always engage with us as you practice, right? We have a continuous feedback loop where comments or directions or areas of improvements are given as you submit your work. So this kind of ensures that, you know, no one is left behind as we build upon the previous practice exercises. I promise you guys, you will love it here. 6 months ago, I had, you know, basic understanding of the software, right? I only knew my way around profiles and alignments because, of course, that is what I had to do in my line of work, nothing else. So just basic realignments here and there and profile adjustments because I work in a roads project where we are designing low volume seal roads where we get to connect, right, agricultural areas in Kenya. So after 5 weeks at Roads Hub, because I was also a student in one of the cohorts here, I had just basic understanding. But, you know, after 5 weeks, I had a complete understanding of the roadway modeling from scratch, where we got to learn survey data cleaning, right? All the way to super elevations and quantity estimations and plan production. This is something that I had not, you know, had a good grasp of or an understanding. But after that, everything was at my fingertips and, you know, I loved it here. And that's why up to now, I'm still with the team. I've stuck with the team and I keep on improving myself. Now you can imagine what 6 months of practice has done to me. I have now taken over all the design adjustment responsibilities at the resident engineer's office, where I'm based, because I could actually deliver now. And we haven't stopped at that. Personally, I am always learning new things and incorporating advanced features like you know, the interchanges and roundabouts into my mock designs, because we don't have a practical roundabout at the place where I'm actually based. So I encourage you guys to never stop learning and being curious. This is the only beginning, you know, of greater things to come. So guys, remember these sessions are meant for you. You are the main stakeholders, so try to engage fully. Make the most of each session by engaging with the materials and participating in CUBE discussions. I don't want to preempt what we have in store for you guys. I know our lead designer is going to inform all of you guys on all that we have on offer. So make the most of each session by engaging with the materials, okay? So Civil 3D is a powerful tool, of course, but you know, mastery only comes with practice. So dedicate time outside of your sessions to apply what you're going to learn through actively working on the set deliverable. You know, make sure you collaborate and discuss with your peers. You know, use this opportunity to connect with your colleagues and instructors, share your challenges and the solutions that you guys come up with, right? Because we are sometimes we discuss in real time. We hold our meetings, we discuss personally, one-on-one with you guys. Also ensure that you seek support if you're stuck, if you encounter any difficulties, do not hesitate to seek, you know, support from your instructors and fellow participants. I know we are all here to learn together and help each other, to have the collective success. In conclusion, this training is designed not just to enhance your skills, but also to empower you to approach the projects with confidence. Because we always discuss, we have a session where we get to discuss with you guys, so you can actually present your projects and so forth. So by the end of the 5 weeks, you will have a good understanding of the highway design using Civil 3D and be well equipped to take on, better design challenges and improve on yourself. So guys, let's make these next 5 weeks interactive and enjoyable. Thank you, Baron. That's all I have for you guys.
Wow, thank you so much, Felix, for sharing. That was really good. That was really good. So yeah, as you guys
Thank you.
heard, those who have ears have heard. Thank you so much, Felix. I would take 2 people from our participants, 2 people that are willing to share their story with us. 2 people. So if you're willing to share or say something, please just jump in. This is your opportunity to jump in. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello, Frank.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. This is Frank Notaris Masami from Tanzania. I'm a civil engineer with about 7 years of experience, particularly in the field of water supply, sewer, and sanitation. Yes, to be specific regarding the use of Civil 3D for the projects which I've been dealing with, as long as I've been dealing with the water supply projects, we do cover in the aspect so-called the access load. When we design and build the water returning structure, speaking of the reservoirs, water treatment plant, so we do need to make provision for the access loads coming to those structures. I've never been involved much in the use of Civil 3D to do the geometric design, but it was part of my interest to get familiar with the use of Civil 3D doing geometric design. I just had some few projects in the past, but I was not very much involved in such kind of design. So when I heard of this opportunity from my colleague, so I saw it could be a good platform for me to go in detail to get use of software and a better understanding on producing the longitudinal sections, speaking of the profiles, because I'm just experienced with some other kind of softwares. If you're familiar with the so-called WaterMate, but the profiles which you are producing for the water supply projects. So I think it would be like a kind of a similar thing to do, to know how things are done with a 3D. So that's all from mine, and thank you for your time.
Wow, thank you so much, Frank, for your message. Really appreciate it, man. Anyone else? One last person to say something. One last person who's willing to share their story with us.
Okay. Hello.
Hello, Wangai.
Yes. My name is Wangai Benson.
Nice. Kamau. Okay. Nice to meet you, man.
Yes. I'm a graduate engineer from Kenya. Yes, I graduated from University of Eldoret with a bachelor's degree in civil and structural engineering. Currently, I work with a contractor back in a place called Kisii. It's out of sealed roads. So for my case, I joined construction when I was still young, immediately after high school. So when I was going back to school, because I had some knowledge in design, I'll go back in campus and try to teach some students what I know. So back in 5th year, actually 2 years ago, I pioneered teaching of softwares from University of Eldoret. But I realized I never had all the skills in road design. So when I saw a chance from engineer James Murithi that he's teaching, the roads hub is teaching design, I saw it was a better chance for me to enhance my skills. So I'm ready to run and to listen. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Benson. We appreciate you. Well, one thing I can assure you is you made the right choice to be here. Like all of you guys are here. Like what Felix said, our approach is different, our approach is dynamic, and our approach is good. Not only do you get to learn from the best in the industry, but you also get to interact with some people that you meet here. I mean, you meet amazing professionals from different places that are doing amazing things. So, guys, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for your presence here. So, allow me in this moment just to welcome James. Our lead designer is going to take us through in the next moment that we're going to get into. Thank you. James, you may take over.
Amazing. Thank you very much, Byron. Thank you for coordinating these first session. It's always a pleasure to see you. Vekurisa Kahorongo, good to see you there. Krishna, good to see you there. My name is James Murithi. I've been here for quite some good time. Looks like we know each other. Looks like we've known each other for some time. And there is one thing that has really interested me, and I want to talk about it. There's a gentleman by the name Ebenezer who has talked about patriotism, how he got to be inspired. And these are the stories that I really love. And I'm going to talk about that in briefly. And he says that one of the reasons as to why he decided to pursue engineering was the reason that that he was inspired by his lecturers in the case of when they told him about the sacrifices that they made for their country. And this is such a strong inspiration as to why. I'll be telling my story as to why I do what I do briefly, but I know where to say it, and I know where to put it across. First, let me appreciate all of you here for joining us this evening. It has been a long week of us trying to communicate with you. If you've had any challenges in the onboarding process or trying to communicate with us, I want to thank you for your patience and, of course, your consideration throughout this process. RoadSub is here growing just like a little baby. So sometimes our systems we are still fixing our systems. So if you end challenges, we apologize and we promise to work on them to make it as seamless as possible. So today I want us to talk about something super interesting, and I want you to allow me make a short presentation. Today's session is one of the most important sessions that you're going to have in the next 5. Someone could be wondering why we are not seeing any software, we are seeing stories here. Yes, stories, science informs, but stories transform. The main reason for today's session is to transform your mindset so that as you get in this program, you are getting it into the right mindset. I have been doing this for the last 2 years, and the first 2 cohorts that we never did such an intensive and detailed welcome or kickoff meeting, people really struggled. Actually, we end up very, very, very low transition rate. Not everyone was able to transition or to graduate from the program. And today, allow me to make a short presentation because I had prepared one for you, specifically for you. So it would be a total waste if I don't get to use it with you people. So sorry to show my screen there. I hope you can see my screen. If you can see my screen, please drop a one. Drop a one in the chat box if you can see my screen, because this is all I want us to see today. So please drop a one. Oh yeah, amazing. Thank you. Thank you. So you're gonna be seeing these in the next few minutes, couple of minutes. And then after that, we'll get into another phase. And today I want us to talk about an interesting philosophy, and I normally call it the ultimate engineer. The ultimate engineer. One of the reasons as to why I asked you people to share, or Byron asked you to share about your vision, and the reason as to why we shared the reflection part is you can only visualize the kind of a profession, the kind of a design engineer that you want to become. You can only visualize. And by visualization, it means you need to go deep down, and reflect on three key important things or instances in your life. The first one is where you are. And when I talk of where you are, I want you to look back. 6 months is the minimum period of time. That is the expected time that we could expect to have a transition or a major change in your career or your life. You can go back up to 2 years, but you don't have to go beyond that. And then you can see where you are. And when I talk about visualizing, looking back, I want you to see yourself. For example, if I look back to those years, I was some useless guy in a site who was of no use. I could not do anything. That's when I'm look back in 3 years and a half. And I remember telling of a story when I was telling most of you where I went as Kenya National Highways Authority. And there was this time when engineers were going on site, and now there was shortage of vehicles to go to site. And therefore, at that point, whoever was in charge was to make a choice. Who do I carry to site? So fortunately, I was not one of the men who was selected to go to site. And that is what made me super angry. That is one thing that I always remember. That made me very, very angry. I felt useless. I felt I was not important. So now, when you want to make anything, you need to have a reference point. And most of the time, I normally call it a painful reference point, a painful memory. I want you to remember a time when you saw a very good job advertisement and you could not apply for this specific job because you lack a skill. I'm seeing a lot of people, especially in Saudi Arabia, Canada, looking for people who have skills in Silver 3D. I want you to go and look at that job. Can you qualify? So that is how you want to look yourself as an ultimate engineer. You look at yourself when you are very pathetic, when you didn't have anything to offer. It could be now, it could be a few months ago. You don't have to worry. I want you just to get angry. Once you get angry, I want you to look at yourself where you are. Where are we? Where are the 67 participants who are here? Where are we? We are in a position where we have the opportunity to chant the future of our career, the future of our families, the future of the jobs that we're going to take, the future of everything that ever happens about us and our careers. And most importantly, I want you to know that you've paid. I want you to know that you've paid for this opportunity. I want you to feel angry and the pain. Once you reflect on that, I want you now to see yourself where you are not going to feel that pain ever again. And most importantly, I want you to look and envision a point in your future where even the people that you are with right here in this program, they do not have to feel that pain ever again. Again, I want you to envision a point in your life and in your career where one person in this group is going to remember you as the person who actually helped him out of their painful state. That is why I do what I do, and I'm doing it for you. Just before that, I want us to look at something that you need to do now going forward. And this is go and get more. Go and get more. Let me check. Oh, all right, okay. Go and get more. Go and get more. Ready, set, go. The reason as to why someone would be asking, why am I saying that go and get more? The reason as to why to saying this is probably there's a special reason, and this is what I was emphasizing. One of my reasons was I felt angry and I felt unimportant, useless, valueless at that specific point. I don't know what is your reason. Probably it could be prestige. It could be you want a good paying job. It could be you want to be respected. It could be you want to have a high command of your area of your specialty. I don't care which reason you have, but you must be having a reason. This reason is what I call a definite purpose. This definite purpose is something that you want to achieve at the end of this. I will take 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0 seconds for you to write down one specific purpose that you want to achieve in this one. Frank Masami was saying that he wants to have familiarity of the software. This is a very good point to start. I think you can be a little bit more specific. Like, I would want at the end of this program to be able to design X, Y, Z. I be able to know how to design vertical alignment, horizontal alignment, how to generate reports, how to calculate, to do quantity takeoff for my design project. That is one of the reasons, or one could be one of the reasons. But most importantly, I want you to look at something. I'm calling something kings and peasants. There are, and there will always be, there have been kings and peasants. That is the order of the universe. There are men who are superior, and there are people who are inferior. It will always happen. Now, when we look in the past, for example, the UK, or where we end kingdoms as the system of government, some people were born with the privilege of being kings. Others were unfortunate to be peasants. But when we talk about our careers now, we have professionals and quack. The beauty of it is, in as much as in the past, it was a birthright, it was something that you didn't decide. Today, being a professional or a quack, a top-level professional, or just another average and normal professional who earns nothing in the table, as nobody to consult, as nobody to seek their expertise and knowledge, who has nothing to showcase in their company or anywhere else, then it is a choice that you need to make between the two. The good news is, my brothers and sisters, is you have been able to make the choice. And the choice that you're making here is to be a top professional. As you make these, I want you to understand concept. Speed wins. Speed wins. I have been seeing this a lot. There are some people here who texted me 2 months ago. And the funny thing, they were the last to join this cohort. I don't want to comment about that. That is how you get more. You choose whether you want to get more or remain where you are. Beauty is most of us here have chosen the right option. But now, after you make the choice, whichever that you've made in the previous session, I hope you noted it down. I want you to go to the next step, which is to fix your mindset. In fixing your mindset, there's one important point that I want you to look at. What do you think of yourself? Who am I? This is one of the most difficult yet the simplest question that you could ever answer. For example, if someone asked me, who am I consider myself a creative center from which advancement and increase is given to all. I am here because I want to give you advancement in your career, in your profession, in your way of thinking, in your mindset, in your skills, and actually build money if you master this skill and sell it out. I am here to give increase to all of you that are here with us. So, even when I go to the workplace, how do I see myself? I see myself as a guy who solves problems, a guy who has something to offer, a guy who offers values. So my question to you today is, who am I? What kind of a profession am I? Am I a king or a peasant? Am I a top professional or fix your mindset? This controls how do you think? How do you interact with people? How do you approach situations? For example, if anyone came at my workplace and they tried to approach me, whether they are bullying me or wherever that they want, the frame of mind that I project is, I am in control, I know what I'm doing, and actually I am valuable and you could depend on me. This is the same mindset what you project at your interviews, that you project when you're going to meet clients, that you project in webinars, that you project when you're hanging out with your fellow professionals. I know most of you could be waiting or willing that today we will be doing some Civil 3D, all of this. If you think yourself as someone who doesn't know design, if you think yourself as someone who doesn't have command in your area of interest, even if I open Civil 3D, you will be operating from a point of weakness, from a point of hesitation, from a point of self-doubt, from a point of low self-esteem. You can never, 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 never win when you're thinking of yourself as a minor, as a low-hanging fruit, as a quack. And that is why I want you to change your mindset today. And as we proceed in this course, I want you to think of yourself in this. I am a top highway design expert. I am a problem solver. I am a critical thinker. Let that sink in. Then we go to the next point, and this is where I know, and this is what I have really triggered in you. I have triggered fear. Or if you look back, you are scared of joining this program. You are saying, this guy gonna chop my money. Yeah, well, fine, I'm gonna chop it anyway. you are looking at other aspects. How about what happens if I fail? What about, what about, what about, what about? My biggest fear is that one day and one point that I will be useless, that I will go back to the day I was 3 years ago. And this should be your biggest fear. Your biggest fear should be that at one point, when you call yourself a professional in that fancy reflector, holding that beautiful notebook and diary, walking all the way to site, and you don't solve a problem. You've been called by some guys on site because there is a design that doesn't work. You don't offer a solution. That is my biggest fear. I don't know what is your biggest fear. I would like to know what is your biggest fear. What is your biggest fear? Drop that in the chat box. I will be reviewing that. I want to know what is your biggest fear. Your biggest fear is you will not succeed here. Your biggest fear is probably you will fail. Your biggest fear is probably you will not be consistent. I want to know what is your biggest fear. And then I'm going to give you answers to your specific fears and transform you from a fearful to fearless engineer. Remember, fortune favors the bold. Fortune favors the bold. I want you to go to imagine a point where you're going to site, and I am looking for a site design engineer. When I'm looking at us, when I'm looking for a site design engineer, there is this guy, of course, not James, not you people that are here, some guy X, and he walks to site scolded, looking, looking at like he's scared of something. And then there's this man who walks bold, his hand high, chest out, and he says, I am engineer. I am engineer Mukwanga. I am engineer Ada. Fortune favors the bold. You are bold. That is where you took a step to join a program that you don't know what is happening ahead of you. You are bold. That is where you made a choice to join this program in as much as you don't know very much. I am miles away, miles, thousands of miles away. You are bold and you decided that you're going to take a stake on these specific things. And if you did that, I am here to give you acts to trigger massive behavioral change. When I'm talking about massive behavioral changes, it does not mean all these quacks, all these guys who are not proficient in design, all these people, average professionals, all these people that you've met and you doubted whether they are engineers, does not mean that they don't have the capacity of the mental capacity. They actually went to university school or wherever, engineering school, and you would be surprised that they even earned better grades than you. You would be surprised that they even went to higher or universities that have better rating and credibility than yourself. But one of the most important points is the behaviors that we adopt as engineers. And one of the behaviors and characters that we want and we will instill, and you must instill as we progress in this program, is you must be bold and you must be fearless. You must accept to fail. You must accept to fail. Meetings and meet some people that I'm seeing in the waiting room. And these are the acts that I have for you that are going to trigger massive behavioral change. And these behavioral change are going to help you succeed in this program. What I am saying in simple terms is you have moved from a point where you are a novice or an advanced beginner or someone that has been doing this as an hobby or someone who has been doing this just because you want to do it or just because you saw someone doing it, or you joined this because you saw someone joined it. That is a terrible behavior. But at least it will give you cue where you should go. Now, what behaviors, what characters, what habits are we expecting you and are we training you And are we guiding you to adopt for you to succeed in this one? Remember, what you think of yourself. Do you think yourself as already a top expert? You already joined the experts here. You've already joined professional program that is going to help you to develop professionally. So what do you think of yourself? What is the identity of a top professional? How do top professionals carry themselves here? Right? And I want you to go back to that video that we played, envisioning and reflect. I want you to see yourself already where you want to be after this course. How will you be carrying yourself in that specific point? I don't expect you to be some nagging engineer who texts 1,000 messages aimlessly without a specific reason. I don't expect you to be someone who is scared of opening software. I don't expect you to be someone who is scared that your design is looking bad and ugly. I don't expect you to be someone who is scared that probably you failed or scared of solving a problem. Engineers are problem solvers. So we go to the next one, and this is what we call self and time management. This is one of the characters that we expect and behavior that we're expecting you to exhibit at a top professional level. When you talk of self-management, I want you to remind you that every person, and this has been said, is oh my, how do I say it? You are your own obstacle. You are self-sabotaging yourself. That is why you've been trying to say, I will enroll this course, I will enroll from 2023 to today. And probably you're there, you've not enrolled. So you are sabotaging yourself. When I talked about the person that you see yourself and how you think of yourself, is you are sabotaging yourself. You're thinking so lowly of yourself. The second aspect is time management. Engineers are highly regarded and respected for keeping time. When we talk of keeping time, is number one, keeping time in meetings. I'm seeing some people joining us now. And that means also in our sessions, we're expecting you to join very early. We are expecting you to keep what we call project milestones. Project milestones are expected to be completed on time. The three pillars of project management are, number one, time. Every project must be completed within a specified time. You can never construct anything until forever or infinitely. You must observe time. You must manage yourself. We go to G work sessions. And when I talk about G work sessions, this is my own word that I've crafted and coined. And this has helped me to massively do massive personal transformation, massively transform others, massively transform landscapes using my design skills. How do I work with my G sessions? So, and this is what I'm expecting you to do. Write this down. When you're joining this course, we'll be having milestones that you expected to complete. After every training, it will not be theory. I will be showing you, and you must do as I do. Remember, if you want to become a grad master, you must allow yourself to apprentice. And when we are talking of apprentice, is you must be able to do as the master asks you to do, diligently, using your mind, using your creativity, and growing a personal touch of your knowledge, experience, personalization, and style. So when we talk of a G work session, and this is what I do, for example, when I was preparing for this session, is I came home, switched off my phone, that is in do not disturb mode, and I put on a timer. When I put this timer, it was 45 minutes. I don't care even if the world is burning, I must be able to prepare this presentation within 45 minutes. I don't care who is calling. I don't care who wants to call me. I don't care. And I must do this. And when the 45 minutes ends, that's it. I rest. That is called calibration. You calibrate yourself to know how much time do I need to do a specific task. This is what engineers does. I'm running 1,001 teams and projects. So I must calibrate myself. I know that if I'm talking to the RoadSub team, I'll talk to them within 15 minutes and communicate my message. If I'm talking to Alpha 5, Cohort Alpha 5, I must do that in 5 minutes and communicate my message. If I'm calling my boss, I must call him in this. If my boss wants some work from me, I must be able to deliver. If I have a client that is working on some project, design project, if it's a 10-kilometer project, I must be able to do it within this time frame. That allows you are managing yourself. That means you must be having discipline, not to always run to your phone, dopamine, cheap dopamine reels, TikTok, some videos. And then you must be able to manage your time. Look at this picture that you're seeing here. This is a guy that is running after time. Didn't wake up on time. He told his client that I will do this project in 2 hours, but he doesn't even know what he can do in 2 hours. So he has to run. You are in panic mode. The quality of your work will be terrible. And that takes us to the most important part, grizzly bear mode. And I want you to picture a bear, an actual bear, whether you're coming from Antarctica or wherever, from Russia. It is super aggressive, angry, moving with speed and energy. Don't be lethargic. You need to approach your work with maximum energy levels. You must do things from a point of energy. Take your time. You need to be aggressive. You cannot be some lazy guy and expect to be successful in this course. I'm promising you for sure. Cognitive poison. When I talk of cognitive poison is, over time, we have been programmed to think in a specific way. For example, you've been programmed that nobody should ask or demand work from you. Nobody should correct you. You are always right. You've been programmed by watching TikTok reels and all of that. You've been programmed to binge watching Netflix, wherever. And the reason as to why I'm emphasizing on watching is, number one, I will be sharing short videos, maximum 15 minutes. These short videos are meant to help you implement the road design workflow from start to end. So what happens if you've been practicing binge watching, or you have been there enjoying your time with Reels and TikTok? You will watch my videos, technical videos, tutorial videos in the same manner and behavior. My brother and sisters, you will fail terribly. For you to learn so that you actually learn, you need to be having your notebooks. You see, I have my notebooks here. I have a couple of them, carry them everywhere I go. Every time I'm watching a video, anywhere, I watch it, noting down. We normally say, learn it as if you're going to teach it to someone else. This is a key principle that most of you could think that I'm here to lecture you how to learn. And I know you've learned all the way from university, from primary grade school, all the way to the university. Well, I respect that a lot. And congratulations for getting where we are. And by the way, Mukwaga Heather, congratulations on going for your master's. I wish you all the best. And this is a lesson that is going to help you. Learn how to learn so that you may actually learn. Learn how to learn so that you may actually learn. Take notes, write those things down. Don't watch my videos at a speed of 1.5 or whatever. Don't fast forward. I already speak so fast. I don't understand why you need to spin them up. That is cognitive poison. In cognitive poison is what you consume. What do you consume? I want you to go to a fasting. I want all of us to go to a fasting now. And in this fasting, I want you to confine yourself into two things. One, watch my videos, tutorials that I will be sending to you. Watch them keenly while taking notes. In the classes that we have, make sure you have a book that you're taking notes. Then number three, avoid any other form of watching. Football, Premier League is gone, La Liga is gone, Bundesliga is gone, all of those things are gone. Commit that before we go to the Champions League final for men, that you're not going to watch any garbage. You want to watch these tutorials that I'm going to share with you. And most importantly, supplement them with other tutorials from YouTube or whatever you've been using previously. Let's show the results at the end of the 5 weeks. Then after that, that is where you start a clean slate. After that fasting, you will have a clean slate. You will find you have better clarity, mental clarity. You have better comprehension. You have better understanding. You have better communication. You have better coordination of thoughts before you actually get to express them. That is the clean slate that I want you to prepare yourself in this course. I want you to take this course as a supreme course. I want you to think like you're going to be a monk in highway design. Osbat, please, Captain and Obsbat, seeing them in the waiting room. I want you to think yourself like you're going to be a monk in the next 5 weeks. How would you commit yourself? Time management, I know you have job, you have all of these things. Don't give me those excuses. I also do have a job. Everyone here has a job. Everyone in the world will have a job. If you don't have a job, you're going to get a job. But then, if you have a job, does that mean you'll never develop? Does that mean you'll never learn anything new because you have a job? You must know how to manage your time. And in managing your time, we have put up strategies here in our practical approach that are going to help you in managing your time, managing yourself, and completing this program. It's a success. The first one is a morning power call. I will always wake you up every day at 6 a.m. That is the least. I wake up personally 4 a.m. So I will be ahead of you in 2 hours by 2 hours. I don't care whether you're in different time zones or wherever, but I want you to commit. Wake up 1 hour before your normal waking time during this program. In the power up calls, I really try to inspire you. I tweak and change your mindset. Every morning, I'm giving you how you need to think and approach this program for you to make the best out of it. The reason is we are still running against time. You remember the the 3 pillars of project management, and you see the time will always be ticking every day, whether you are asleep, whether you're sick, whether you're busy, whether you're feeling depressed, whether you're feeling you have emotions, whether you're feeling lazy, whether you're feeling angry, whether you're feeling fear, the time tick tock, tick tock. That is the only resource that you have. The power, the morning power calls is to get you in the right mindset. I don't know who reads them. I don't know who listens to them, but I am very certain and confident that anyone who will be reading those power calls, which will start tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. East African time, will have changed their mindset after the 5 weeks. Tailored daily checklist. So these all will be doing a 6-kilometer project. And this 6-kilometer project, I have broken it down into small bits of daily checklist. So the daily checklist, these are things that you can do during the G work sessions. So in the G work session, I told you wake up at least 1 hour earlier than your usual time. So you will not be telling me what you will be compromising is your sleep. That sleep is you're recovering your money and you're building your skill and advancing your career. It's a choice. You cut your sleep and invest it. You'll be investing your sleep into your career. The daily checklist can be done within 45 minutes. Do a G work session. Go to your time, to your laptop, search clock. Once you search clock, start timing yourself. A countdown of 45 minutes. If you don't finish in 45 minutes, just close it. But the goal is you're racing against time, but in a coordinated and with a specific purpose that you want to achieve. That is what I do. So that daily checklist should be done and must be done, and you should work. I know when you're starting is you will struggle. You may not necessarily be able to complete it within the 45 minutes, but that is the goal. The goal is to ensure that you will do the daily checklist that I'm going to give you within 45 minutes. That is what I was telling you about calibrating myself. I know that if I have a project for this, I can do it within this time. So even when I'm telling my client, hey, you check this out, man. Frank, I'll deliver this project on 25th at 8 p.m. That's it. We're gonna have it at that specific point in time. We're gonna have it because I'm calibrating myself. Collaborating deep cubes. We normally say that the world is too complex for you to strike it alone. Tony, drop it. So we'll be having what we call deep cubes. Tony, Captain Tony, are you there? Captain Tony?
Yes, I'm here.
Drop it. Drop it in the Telegram. So you will be having mates who you'll be working with in the deep cubes. So as many as we are, you'll be working with a specific team. That's why even Captain Felix talked about forming alliances. You will not win alone. That's why I am not doing this alone. Refresher short videos, I send refresher short videos every day in the morning. After every session, I send refresher videos for you to be able to follow through and execute the workflows that we learned in the previous session. So the reason as to why we have spaced our sessions between Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday is so that when we do a session on Tuesday, I send the videos immediately after the class and the recording of the class immediately after class. And then after that, you can practice on them within 45 minutes the next day in the morning or wherever time that you will be working on it. And that means by the time we get on Wednesday evening, you will have worked on everything that you need to have worked on. And that is a deliverable that is submitted. So you already have 2 mornings from Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, and you have the whole day, you have lunch breaks, you have evenings for you to work on those projects. So when we meet on Wednesday, we'll be having what we call community time. So we'll be telling, hey, how was that, man? Yeah? Did you kill it? Because we are here to kill it, man. We are here to win. We are here to deliver projects. Did you deliver within the set timelines? Did you? Grace, did you deliver? Krishna, did you deliver? Kamau, did you deliver? Then after that, there is the real-time feedback, and that's what I was talking about. And then after that is you will take center stage in presentations. Presentations happen on Saturday. And on Saturday, we will see how best, and I want to bring this concept, very important concept, that I don't know whether you've learned about, or allow me to switch that. I have switched off my video for now. And in center stage presentations is, and there is this quote I sent, the highest paid engineer is he who can deliver complex engineering principles or present complex engineering principles and decisions that they made clearly and fluently, crisply, swiftly to a layman's person and understand. You will be designing road projects, buildings, and whatever you want to design, pipe, sewer systems, and all of it. The developer that hired you doesn't have any understanding of technical knowledge. So you must be able to deliver the reasons and the decisions that you made in your design and why you made them, and then make sense to them so that they can get to pay you. So the presentations are here to help you. If you take these things seriously, you will own the following skills. Number one is you will have mastered the art of highway geometric design. It's my work to take you through that. You will polish your public speaking and presentation skills. I don't have to explain that. You will learn the art of collaboration. The world is too complex for you to strike it alone. You need alliances. I remember telling you that, for example, the current wars that are happening, it's unfortunate that we're having wars at this point in time. But you see, nations and countries are forming allies. They are forming allies. They are forming allies. Come help me. So, who are you? You are a guy who needs an ally. You are a guy who needs a team. Acquire report writing prowess. In this program, I will share the format in which you submit your work for review. So I have been seeing you sending me 10 messages saying the same thing within a span of 30 seconds. I want you to calm down. Engineers are in no hurry. Calm down. You said that you have attention to detail in your CV. So I want you to calm down. Write very well. Punctuate well. The language of communication here shall be English and English only. When I'm here, when I'm not, when you're conversing in the community, whether you're talking to your colleague, to your homeboy, you must communicate in English. The course will be delivered in English. All communications and feedback shall be issued in English. So there is this specific format, and in the format, you must say, who are you? Your name, your profession, your country, and then what did you enjoy working on in that deliverable or milestone, project milestone? And then after that, what challenges did you face and how may we help? This makes it easy for us to spot your strengths, spot your weaknesses, and help you in bridging your weaknesses and strengthening your strength. Then after that, you'll be able to unlock the ability to monetize your skills. Oh my, nobody's learning this skill just to go out there and sit and do nothing about it. We'll be talking about now and then. I will actually invite someone to show you how can you monetize your CAD skills to make money. Then after all of this, your mindset will have changed. I don't want to talk about that. We'll talk about it during your graduation ceremony. And then, of course, as I told you, the world is too complex for me to strike it alone. I don't do it alone. You will not do it alone. Every project that you're working on at your workplace, you can't do it alone. You need a surveyor, you need an engineer, you need a chainman, you need a driver, you need you need basically a team. And this is the team that will be serving you. I am honored to have these men. These men have gone through my hands in training them. I trained them when they were as green. They didn't have a lot of experience in the software. They came through here. And the first guy is Captain Wesley. Captain Wesley, are you somewhere you can say hi to the team and tell us which deep cube you'll be taking care of, please? Are you in a position to? Let me know.
Hello, how do you do? Sorry, I joined in late. I had some issues, but they are sorted.
I was told, no worries.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me today. Yes, I'll be handling people in the Deep Cube 1, and I hope to have a fruitful interaction with them, and let us share knowledge and learn together. Is there anything you would like me to share, engineer?
What do you do here?
Okay. First of all, I know some of you have passed through my hands already. Once you're cleared by Blasius, you'll be redirected to me. I'll handle the software support for you. Guys, if you're having trouble getting your Civil 3D up and running, the plugins, you just contact me. I'll be able to sort that out. I am aware that some have contacted me today. I wasn't available. But as soon as this kickoff meeting is over, we can resume. I'll be in position to sort you out. Other than that, I'll be here to help you learn this software, all the challenges that you're having. Yes, I'll be there. And also my colleagues will be there to spot on. We are in a position to see what you cannot see. So we'll be able to guide you and tell you, take this route, use this method, practice this more. So that is what we'll be doing in this cohort.
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Captain West. Captain West is technically our firstborn. He's the first guy who joined my team. So that's why he is always starting there. And then next is a gentleman that most of you have interacted with, of course. Delicious. Who are you? What do you do here?
Thank you, Engineer James. My name is Blasius Kipiego Chilimo. I know actually all of you know me because you've passed through me before joining our Telegram channel. At RoadsUp, I'm a captain for DeepCube 2. I'll be helping to guide and support all the participants in my DeepCube and anyone else generally. But also I'm the you can see there you have Mr. Producer. I'm in charge of all your videos, the recordings I mean. I'll be the one editing them. And in case there's a recording missing somewhere, you can just text me anytime and ask me what's up and I'll get on that. I'm really looking forward to learning with all of the engineers, the surveyors in this cohort. And I'm confident that we'll get to interact more and learn a lot. Thank you.
Amazing, Mr. Producer. It's your guy. Yes. He has been onboarding you. I know it has been super smooth. He has been sending you sweet messages. Well, that's it. Thank you, Gracious. The next person is Mr. Logistician. He is the guy that Katimu. Continue.
Good evening. Yes.
Take it away.
Good evening, engineers. My name is Gatimu Ithaka. I am a civil engineer based in Kenya. I'll be a logistician for these cohorts. I usually run logistics and I will be responsible for following up with your attendance and your deliverables. So I'm also the captain for DeepCube 4 and I look forward to having interactive and informative sessions with you guys. I look forward to forming connections with all of you as we get to learn and build our professional lives. So I wish you all the best.
Super. Thank you. So as your first task is I've seen that I have seen it that most of the people could not access their documents. I don't know, most are requesting for editing purposes. So
yeah,
you can give a clarification on that.
Sorry for that. I had not given you rights to view the document, but I have updated it So at the moment, you can just try to open it and it will open at the moment.
Amazing. Thank you, Captain. Please, when you access that document, we have grouped you. You don't have preference on who and who not you're going to work with. You need to work with the people that you have. If you went to a site and you are employed, you don't choose who is going to be your teammate, who is going to be your surveyor. You use the staff that are there. And number two, don't tamper with it. Don't delete your name. Don't move your names from here to there. Just respect it. See which you follow instructions, because following instructions will be a bigger part of this program. If you don't follow instructions, you will suffer. You will be frustrated and do not make good use of this program. Next is Mr. Feedback. I know I've called him new team member here, but I know you add him. He gives the most crisp, detailed feedback I've ever seen in this call. I don't actually even give better feedback. Felix, Captain Felix Araka, briefly, who are you? What do you do?
Thank you so much, Engineer, for that warm introduction. My name is, as you've heard, is Felix Araka. I currently work with Kenya Rural Roads Authority. That's an agency, a government agency that supervises roads. I am part of the Roads Hub team. I deal with the general administration, as assigned, of course. And I look forward to engaging with you guys. I really do. I know we all thrive on, constant engagement and feedback, just as James has said. And that's when you ultimately get to learn. So I am a captain for Deep Cube number 5. You can see we have guys like Enos, we have Ebenezer and Zelani, we have Kevin Mwangi, Sandeep, Sajid. So I look forward to engaging with all of you guys. So feel free to always talk to us, right? You can call us. Of course, I know we are going to have some time difference, but don't let that prevent you from contacting us, and we shall be getting back to you and deal with problems that are unique to you. So thank you and welcome very much. Thank you, James.
Super. Thank you. So that's it. And then, of course, we have Mr. Smooth Talker here. Mr. Storm is the guy. Yeah, let's call him Mr. Storm going forward. Yeah. Mr. Storm, take it away.
Okay, that's a new one. Interesting. Thank you so much, Engineer James. Okay, guys, my name is Baron Silent. They know me as Prince in the streets. I'm from South Africa. I'm also part of the Roads Hub team. Yeah, it's an honor to be here, guys. I'll be serving as captain for Deep Cube number 3. So I'm here to learn and grow with you guys. Like Felix said, we are here to help each other. So we're here to try and make your learning experience as smooth as possible. So don't be afraid to contact us. Most of you have my number. You can reach out even on WhatsApp and we can chat. So yeah, looking forward to working with you and growing with you. Okay, thank you.
Oh, amazing. Thank you. So that's the team that we help to serve you with. That's the team that helps me to serve you. That's the team that will be serving you. That's the team that will be helping you learn. That's the team that will be serving millions of other professionals here and outside this country. So we wish you very well. Good luck in everything you do. Make sure that you interact with them. Make sure you get the best out of them. They will be always there to help you. They have helped hundreds of other participants. So they will be there to help you. And after that, I go to another very important specific part. And I want to know how many of us have acquired, of course, we have a genuine software for students. That's a guide that was shared. Then I don't think we have any students. Then there is the Autodesk Civil 3D. That is what we'll be using. So Mr. Teki is taking of that. Wesley, Deep Cube captain for Deep Cube number 1, because he is our number 1 guy here. Came here ahead of everyone else. And then there is, of course, installation of Plexart Light. Plexart Light, we're going to use it just a little bit ahead of us for visualization, make sure you have it. Then desktop and laptop specifications, I saw Wesley already did that to you. Dr. West already shared that with you. And then the platforms to be used for training. And this is very important, my brothers and sisters, engineers, surveyors, project managers, scholars. This is very, very, very important. And allow me to, I don't know whether I was sharing my entire screen, but I will just drop it to make sure that I'm sharing the entire screen. Let me share it one time. I don't have anything to hide, so I'll be sharing with you. All right, let me go. All right, let me escape this. Great. I'll be sharing my screen briefly so that you can get to know how to interact with our learning platform. And in this case, okay. Oh, that is what was hindering me. All right. So let me do this. Let me do this. Okay. Super. Okay. I'm sharing my screen. I'll share my entire screen. And once I share my entire screen, I go here. And this is the clock. We will be using the clock a lot. We'll be using a clock a lot. This is the number of minutes that I've been able to focus. Yesterday, I only focused for 45 minutes. Today, I focused for 1 hour, 42 minutes, and I'm going to be doing that. So I want you to calibrate yourself. These are times that I was preparing 45 minutes for this session, and then some other minutes here and there when I was working on intense stuff. Very important. 5 o'clock and use it. The second one will be Telegram. I hope you can see I have plenty of chats, but I have Alpha 5 here. So when you go to Alpha 5, there is the one with a blue icon. This is a channel. And in this channel, this is where I'll be sharing all communications. Please and kindly note that we shall not be receiving any communications. Me personally, I shall not be receiving any communications directly to my inboxes and my calls. The captains are capable and they have the power and authority and knowledge to address any challenge that you may be having. So, engineers, please make sure that anything that you need a clarification, for example, this is superb. I saw some gentlemen here, here, and you see this is the conversations. So this is where we'll be having all our conversations going forward. If you need any clarification, if you need anything, feel free to comment or ask about it here. That is very important. Number 2, if you want to join in this group, you will find that we have something that we call a discussion forum. A discussion forum. Where is it? I didn't see it. You see? So, for example, I've seen it. If you click on the name Cohort Alpha 5 Civil 3D and click on this ellipsis button, you will see view discussion. So in this view discussion, you will see that this is our discussion forum, and it is called Cohort Alpha 5 Civil 3D Open Forum. So this is a forum that we will be sharing all our questions, all our work, where you need clarification, your frustrations, saying good morning every day when I send you the power calls, say good morning to us. It's always good to start your day in a charming way. And I want to do what is the right thing. The right thing is I want to invite all of you to join this, because if you're trying to text in the group and you are not able to text, it means that you've not joined our discussion forum. I'm seeing members are already joining. So I'm going to send it right away. How do I do that? I have done that and then I've sent. So click on that one, click on that link and let us all join there. That is where we'll be sharing our work. That is where we'll be communicating. That is where we will be talking. Yeah. Let's go. I'm sharing it or no? No, I'm not going to share it in the meeting because I don't know who is here, who is not here. Was an open meeting. So I've shared it in the channel so that people who have subscribed to the program are the ones who are joining. So make sure, please and kindly, make sure you join that. Fadil is typing, yeah. Tell us you got there. Come on, let's join. I was expecting 65. Let me see who is joining us. Let me see who is joining. View discussion. I am only having that one. So half of us have not joined. Join it now. 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 Now, amazing. So after that point, I want to take you to another important step. And this is very important. And I hope you can see my screen. My screen has nothing to hide. So you don't have to close your eyes. You can look at it. And when I'm talking about my screen, there is some options here that you'll be seeing on my Telegram. I want you to go to this icon that is called edit. Once you go to edit, I hope you're following through. You are using your phone, you can use your phone. Let me see if I was using my phone, where this could be. Please take your time. We are not wasting your time. We are helping you learn so that you don't struggle. If you don't do this now, you are gonna struggle. I'm telling you for sure. You're going to struggle. So if you're using your phone, I want you to go to click your phone. Let me even send screenshot. Click your icon on the Telegram. Once you click your icon, go to settings. Once you go to settings, go to chat folders. And once you go to chat folders, create a folder. So for example, I will create a folder here. This is for demonstration. And I want you to call it Alpha 5. Once you go to Alpha 5, I want you to add chat. So in adding chats, I want you to go and add Cohort Alpha 5 main channel. Right there, select it. And then after that, select Cohort Alpha 5 Training Open Forum. Select it. And then after that, you will scroll down. There is, I don't know whether we shared meeting links for the Captain Tony. We have the Deep Cubes links sent now. Are they available?
Engineer James, Tony is no longer in the meeting, but we'll share the links tomorrow.
Amazing. So let us add these two. Then tomorrow, make sure you've taken note of the deep cube that you've been assigned. Follow instructions. Do not join a deep cube that you've not been assigned into. Do not join a deep cube because your friend is there. Join a deep cube because you've been assigned to that specific deep cube. Remember, know your captain. If you are sailing, because you are sailing in a foreign land, you are sailing in an ocean, you need a captain to guide you. If you don't know your captain, I will repeat, Captain Wesley, deep cube number 1, Captain Blasius, deep cube number 2, Captain Byron, deep cube number 3, Captain Tony, deep cube number 4, then Captain Felix, deep cube number 5. Did I get that right, Blasius?
Yes, you're right.
Perfect. So those are your captains. Please make sure that you know your captain. You cannot fail without captain. Once you select this, you save, and then make sure you select your deep cube here as well, and then save. So once you save, you will say create. All right. So once you do that, you can see my alpha 5 will be right here. So that means when I come to the channel here on the column on the left, that is if you're using a desktop, you'll be able to organize your charts. So I'll go to the alpha 5 and I can see my charts. So if I went to alpha 4, I can see all the charts are here for me. And it was easy for me to access. If I went to RoadSub, these are my channels. If I won't go to personal, wait, no. I'm not going to personal. And that is technically how the program will be working like. Let me know. Yeah, so I'm sensing that you're gonna struggle. I'm sensing that you're gonna struggle. Dominic Kihara, we did not have your contact. Inbox Captain Wesley. Captain Blasius right now. Dominic, you called yourself Dominic. That is what I saw. So please inbox Captain Blasius right now so that he can add you in this one. Krishna, the Telegram is only shared to people who have paid for the program. So that's it. Amazing. So are we good up to this point? Are we good? Do we understand how we're going to be using this program, please? I want to know. Amazing. So that means we are all good. I have not seen any message here. Got it. Fumani, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Please, Yaso, and this is a sincere request, make sure you follow instructions. Listen keenly, write notes, and then make sure you follow instructions. Otherwise, Paul, we are only adding people in the group, in the channel, who have paid for the program because we have actually started the program. So amazing, super. I will be answering your question. I know someone who talked about a fear. My fear is not being able to deliver what is expected of me to set standards. Let me tell you about something. Let me tell you about something when we call about fear. Fear, you will never fight fear away from your body, from you. You will never remove fear in your body, in your wherever. The reason is fear is embedded in our body, in our soul, in our mind, so that it can help us to push ourselves over and beyond our limitations. So how do you overcome fear? You overcome fear by feeding confidence. So this guy is scared of not meeting the standards. So that means the feedback that you're given, you execute it diligently. Research, learn, consult, read broadly, right? And then what do you think about yourself? What is your self-esteem? How do you see you? How do you perceive yourself? Remember, this is not a destination, it's a journey. Most of the times, I am scared. I am, for real. I fear to take some decisions. But I sit down and say, who am I? I'm a top guy, right? An engineer, man. So let's do this, man. You don't care. It's like you're going to war. The men who are fighting for their country and land in Palestine, Gaza, and all of that. No fear. But the purpose that is ahead of you is more important. It's more pulling. You want to take the risk. That is the only way you overcome fear. Self-confidence, you train so hard, you try, you research, you learn, you consult, you ask people so that you can build your competence, your ability. Then after confidence, I normally say competence, competence brings confidence. So the more you're working on self to be more competent, the higher the levels of your confidence. As simple as that, my brother. That's it. Let me see who else. You share with us the recording because the latter part of the presentation folder creation was fast. Right. Okay, fine. Okay, it's fine. I will share the recording, of course, be live for you to watch it. Okay, fantastic. I want us to go to another interesting part. I want to go to cohort Alpha 4. And for example, there are ground rules that I have specifically here. In these ground rules, I want to know, for example, how do I retrieve a specific video or a specific resort or a specific resource of interest? This is how you do it. I also have short videos on this, so you don't have to worry. I have them. They're on our YouTube channel. I'm going to send it to you. So once you open your channel, go to the search button. Go to the search button on the top of your, just next to the code or the name of the channel. Then there's the search function. In the search function, once you click on it, it will give you an option here and there's a cursor. So in this cursor, you will write the keyword, just the same way you search on Google. What is my keyword? For example, I want to search for ground rules. And you don't have even to press enter or whatever, but if you press enter, it will take you to where the ground rules are. And these are the ground rules I personally have here. So just, okay, I'll just take them. And then once I take them, I will come with them because these are the same ground rules that we have. I go to Alpha 5. Remember, you cannot move unless you clear the search function. So clear here once you're done. Then another thing is, for example, I wanted to search for alignment. So I'll just search alignment and then press enter. And you can see these are all the resources that I've shared about alignments in this cohort. So you can be able to skim through, you can see modifying, creating, whatever, deliverable, auxiliary, all of this information. Super, fantastic. It should be. So I go to Alpha 5. You see, I cannot move until I clear these as well. And then go to Alpha 5, go to this one, and I'll be able to send the ground rules with you here. And these are the ground rules. Number one is a bigger part of this program will be following instructions. Please make sure I have sent the ground rules. They are just 12, just like the commandments. We only added 2, and you'll be able to read those ground rules. If you go against the ground rules, we will not be sorry to let you go, because we have a variety and diverse community. We operate in a spirit of harmony, respect, cooperation, and knowledge sharing. Those are our core principles here, and I will be sharing more about them. And those are our ground rules. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will go to the next one, which is a little bit easier and fancy, which is the course outline. I have 7 minutes, and this is how our sessions will be ending at 10 p.m. So I'm still on time, 7 minutes to go. And in the Civil 3D training, this is the course outline that I have. And in the course outline, the most important that I have is the mission. My mission and the mission of our team and the mission of RoneSub is to inspire and empower young design engineers to elevate their skills, and knowledge in the realm of infrastructure design with the current best industry practices. So what we are training you, we are not training you on hearsay, we are training you on best industry practices. We are training you on the best of the best industry practices. Then we are inspiring you. That's why we are changing your minds. This is not a Civil 3D training course. No. This is a whole university. The course schedule will be duration of 5 weeks. So we started today and it will run all the way to June 27th. From today to June 20th, 4 weeks, and then 7 days. That's it. Days of the week, Tuesday, 8 p.m., just the same time that we joined today, Thursday, and then Saturday, same time. Resources required, you've already been given this. Autodesk Civil 3D, Ashto Green Book, Road Design Manual. You can use your own country, but we also provide the Kenyan manual and whatever manual. This one, I don't expect you to ask me questions. We are training you with transferable skills. These are skills you can learn here and get to transfer it and use it in other instances in your country and integrate your manuals. So you don't have to worry about that. Captain Blasius, please prepare the resource center. Okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you. Then after that, these are the topics that we'll be covering. I will briefly go through them, but you don't have even to worry. Most people here are so much worried about the course outline that they even forget about working. So you don't have to worry about the course outline. It is here and it is implemented. It is implemented from first to the end. We've been doing this for the last 2 years. I've been doing it alone. Then I brought a team. We've been doing this for the last 4 cohorts, and we're going to be doing it. But most importantly, we base our courses with what we call aggregated margin of gains. So we keep improving the course outline each and every time. So the first thing is we do interface tour. In the interface tour, we'll explore the Autodesk Civil 3D interface. We'll be setting drawing settings. We'll be looking at basic 2D drafting, how to understand, but I know most of you have basics with AutoCAD and all of that. We'll be also visualizing designs in 3D. That means now, that is part of the program, of course. You'll be visualizing different elements. So that means it's not a one-time thing. But also it's important for you to understand that things that I'm mentioning here, some of them will be happening continuously throughout the program. So you don't have to say, hey, we are not doing that Explorer here. We have not done Design 3D and all of that. No, you don't have to be worried about that. And then the second part is we'll be knowing how to assess Autodesk help. And then after that, we'll be covering extensively engineering survey. In engineering survey, we will cover Civil 3D for surveyors. That is practical engineering survey process, introduction to point, setting up survey databases. That is one additional thing that we are doing in this course that we didn't do in the last one. We'll be talking about parcels and land subdivision. We'll be talking about coordinate system. We'll be talking about survey tools and equipment. We'll be talking about description keys, importing points. And then after that, we go to existing ground modeling. In existing ground modeling, we'll be introducing surfaces, thin surfaces. We do surface definitions, modifying surfaces, volumes. I know, I don't really have to read these aloud to you because after all, we're gonna do them. And it's probably your first time and you may not even be understanding what I'm talking about. So we'll be going through them slowly and slowly. We'll be creating topographical maps. We'll be doing surface analysis, the one that Baron, Mr. Storm was showing us, or you called yourself Prince, yeah? What you were showing us, what I created a video. We'll get to be, intense on that, and we'll be able to cover that. Volume, and then we'll go to horizontal alignment of road. So we'll be talking about the different design criteria, design tools, how you integrate design manuals into your design. This is the backbone of road design. If you miss the horizontal alignment design, and this is a disclaimer, most people missed, most people didn't take it seriously, most people didn't take notes in most of the cohorts, and they have struggled up to the last point. If you don't get it right, the horizontal alignment, you will suffer. It's the backbone of road design. We'll be talking about design controls. We'll be introducing the alignment from objects and all of that. We'll be designing transition curves. We'll be designing compound curves. We'll be doing super elevation modeling. We'll be designing widening in curves. We'll be specifying design criteria. We'll creating design checks, using design sprints, and generating alignment reports. Very important. Then after that, we go to vertical alignment. So in this case, we'll be creating surface profiles, we'll be designing the finished road level profiles. We'll be talking about design of vertical curves, crests, and sags. We'll be designing for drainage. We will be, of course, designing for sight distances for safety. Remember, stopping sight distance, passing sight distances, and all of that. We'll be talking about climbing lanes. We'll be generating vertical reports and then drainage structures. After that, of course, pavement design. You must be able to design the pavement of your road. So we'll also be talking about the typical cross sections, road cross sections, and all of that. And then after that, we'll be talking about corridor modeling and sections, that is cross sections. So we'll be talking about corridor modeling, modifying corridors, baseline, intersections here, design and corridor modeling, all of that information. We're going to be looking at it as we get to that point. And then after that, we'll be having quantity takeoff and cost estimation. Based engineer, after you design your road, what is the cost of your project? You must be able to value that work. So we'll be talking about quantity takeoff, and that one, of course, you can translate it to a BOQ. And then after that, we'll be now going to the most important part, which is plan and production, which most of people struggle with and they don't know what to do. So in plan and production and data management, we'll be using view frames, creating plan and profiles, creating plan only, creating section sheets, creating drawing sheets, and then creating data shortcuts, which is an addition. Most importantly, we have a few bonus here because we love you guys, which is a design project, which will be a 6-kilometer design project that you must do from scratch to completion. We'll have professional feedback, of course, the captains and myself. Plan and profile presentations. We'll be able to do design presentations and design challenges. So we'll be competing to complete some design challenges here and there. And then after that, there will be class recording, short refresher videos, curated online resources. I'll be sending that. And then after that, there is, of course, the Autodesk exam where, okay, that's more of a preparation, sample questions and here and there so that you can get your Autodesk certification. Then after that, there is the storm sewer design. And in this case, we'll be talking about pipe networks. So we'll be introducing pipe networks briefly because storm sewer design is not part of our scope, but we'll be introducing it briefly so that you can have an understanding how you place cross culverts and all of that within your design. Then after that, I normally say, if nobody knows what you're good at, nobody cares. If nobody knows what you're good at, if you guys did not know that I'm good at what I do, you wouldn't even care, and you never have crossed paths, and you never have met with any of you people here. And even those I've met and those I will meet in the future. So that's where personal branding is very important. Pre-LinkedIn profile. If your LinkedIn, you just have some funny things there, then please update it. I'll be sharing some tips and tricks that if you follow, your profile is gonna look as amazing as mine because I know my profile looks amazing. It's super. It's beautiful. So that's it. You're gonna be doing that. And thank you so much for listening to me and also for giving me 3 minutes and 40 seconds of your lifetime listening to me at this specific point in time. Just before I go, I would like to know if there is anyone with a question before I give it back to Mr. Storm. Let me know. Thank you. I will open the floor if you need to get something from me, if you need a clarification, if you need something, if you're here, you are not committed for the program and you want to join the program, let me know so that we can assist you. I will be giving you 1 minute of my lifetime.